Hello everyone. Good morning. So let's continue the session. So at last we are looking into the component section, right? In one thing I have to mention. So see, in last video what we saw, we created different types of components and we are passing attribute title developed by tech money and main content and react learning for this thing, right? So we will get like this in localhost 3000. Once you run this program, you are able to get react learning from this header portion, main content from this main component, and copyright all rights reserved by tech money, it's coming from footer. Okay, now I will show how to render the children props. Okay, for that we will create one more component, test.js, not test, aside.js. Okay, so how to create a component? As usual, we have to create function. Component name always should be caps. Aside, it should be parenthesis. After that we have to use flower braces. Inside that we have to use the keyword. Implicitly we have to mention the return keyword and we have to write that JSX format. JSX is always following parent, single parent. We are having single parent. Inside we have a lot of them. So here we have using this h2. I am from aside. Okay, so once we created this function, we need to export it. Export default and aside. Okay. Now we need to import that aside here. Okay, so how to import it? Import aside from aside. Okay, after that, so we need to add the element aside, that component. Okay, so here we can create like this. Okay, so whatever inside we are giving, that will render there, that is a children props. For example, here I am from children component of aside. Okay, so once you save this file, okay, we can check that I am from aside. Okay, it is coming from here. This inside the aside we have I am from aside. Okay, we need to get that children props. So inside we are using the children content, correct? That we need to get it. For that, what we need to add? We need to add props here. Okay, from that, so get that thing. So you can add expression like this, props dot children. Okay, this is an important concept. So props dot children means what it will take, whatever content inside that, it will be available here. Let's see. See, now I am from children component of aside. Okay, so it is coming from where? Here I am from children component aside. Not only the text, you can give all, even HTML tag also. For example, paragraph I am adding heading, sorry, paragraph heading, subheading. Okay, now if you see here, so you can able to get it, heading, subheading. So whatever inside this tag, that is the children's, correct? Children of this aside tag, it's nothing but parent. Okay, so this is how we need to render the children props. Okay, you can also do like this also. Instead of props, we can directly add like this children. Okay, and you can get it directly from here, children. See, if I am refreshing, still you are able to get the data. Here we added only I am from aside. I am from aside is there. After that, children we are getting from here. So paragraph, heading and subheading, these things also coming here. This is how we need to render the children props of the component. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so let's talk about, currently we are talking about only the functional component. We have one more component also, class component, that we can learn in later in our coming videos. For today we are just going with only the functional component. Next we are going to talk about states. Okay, use state, that is nothing but a hook actually. Let me create a new program called just counter.js. Okay, first of all, if you want to, why we are so handling the, to manage the data in the functional component, we are using the UseState hook. UseState, usually hooks, nothing but hooks. It's a lifecycle method. Hooks, basically hooks in React, it starts with keyword, use. Okay, so if you're creating a function with the starting with use, means that is a custom hook. Okay, currently we are going to use the inbuilt hook. Okay, the inbuilt hook is, so for that we need to import that use hook. Import use state to manage the data. Okay, from React. Okay, we are getting the UseState package from the React library. Okay, so first we have to create a component function counter, always should be capital. Okay, parenthesis, open it, implicitly we have to give return keyword. Here inside it we have to use JSX, correct? Okay, counter. Okay, counter, we have to export it. Export default counter. Okay, so why we are using UseState? First, for this thing, right, we need to create now we are going to utilize this UseState. For that, what you need to give, we have to type const and one array. Okay, after that UseState on parenthesis, this is a default one. Okay, inside the const we have to give two things. One is readable and second one is writable. Okay, readable is nothing but our actual data, and second, writable is a setting to set some data based on some action. Okay, so for that, initially for read we are calling as count. Okay, to write it, right, for that you have to use set count. Got it? This should be any name. It depends upon the developer's perspective. You can give any name. Okay, for counter application I am giving count here. Okay, set count. So initial use state is nothing but whatever the data, initial data, that you have to give here. For example, if I am giving 0, okay, let me come here and I am print here. Okay, p counter, we have to open some expression to call this value. So I just give count. Okay, so this function now ready, we need to import somewhere, correct? So I go to app.jsx and I will import it at the top. So what does we want? Counter. Okay, if you go here, click inside it and use control spacebar to get the counter, control spacebar, so it will automatically import in VS Code. Okay, this shortcut. Okay, now if you go here, see, now my default value is 0. Okay, got it? So whatever we are default value is set here, that default value we can use via this count variable. Okay, so now I want to increase this count. So what I can do, so for that I need one button. Okay, so button, now we are using JavaScript event handler. So here I am handling the on click event. On click we have to open expression. Okay, Now we have to parenthesis, we have to use arrow function. This is nothing but an JavaScript ESX function, arrow function. It is easy way to do that. I will explain a little bit later for this function furthermore. So set count, so this variable we are using, right? So this is a method, actually method. So while setting we have to follow this method. Consider this is a method. Okay, set count of method. Inside the method what you need to do, our previous value is count, so we have to add that count. So plus 1, so every time I'm clicking it has to be increased. Okay, so that I'm giving like this. So here add count by 1, add count. Okay, now what will happen when I am clicking this button, this set count will get the count value here. By default value is 0, 0 plus 1, that is 1, so that value will be present in set count. So once its count is updated, the current value, this is the read value, right? It also get updated. So wherever you are getting this value is reflected here in this count. So this is the process. Let us see in the browser. Okay, I am refreshing this. Here our default value is 0 as per in UseState. So I am trying to click add count. See, now it is increasing. Okay, so we are triggering an button event. We are increasing the value by 1 every time. Okay, so this is the purpose we are going for, managing data using UseState. Okay, if I want to reduce this count, what I can do, simply replicate this. Instead of that plus, just give -1, that's it. Add count, less count. Okay, okay, you can able to reduce the count. If I refresh, it will come from the beginning. Okay, add count, less count, it will go -1. Okay, there is no limit here. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, right? UseState, so you can able to understand what is UseState here. Okay, let's continue on next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.